Good evening, friend. I again thankful to all the students who have attended our first lecture. Now today is our scheduled today second lecture. The name of the topic is ovine ketosis. So before initiating today's lecture, I would like to take quick review of the last lecture. In the last lecture, we have studied about genesis of production diseases. In that, I have explained you about input, throughput, and output. We have discussed that whenever there is normal metabolism and when input dietary nutrients and output of the production we are getting balance in this, then there is proper metabolism and there is no occurrence of the disease. But as input of dietary nutrients and output of production, when imbalance is going to be generated there, we are getting occurrence of or we are getting rise of signs of production diseases. Last time we have also discussed about the genesis or foundation behind deficiency diseases. I told soil, plant, animal relationship, and apart from this, diet, abnormal absorption, and abnormal demand, they are equally responsible factor for occurrence of deficiency diseases in domestic animals. In last lecture on bovine ketosis, we had discussed about the metabolic picture, then economic losses caused by the bovine ketosis, where we have seen how milk production is going to be reduced more than 50%. Again, woody cow appearance is there. As far as the gynecological point of view, we have studied that there is decrease in conception rate of the animal. At the same time, there is delayed in the estrus. In last lecture about the bovine ketosis, we have discussed about the clinical finding and diagnosis of the clinical cases in clinical medicine setup. So, students, today we are discussing about the ovine ketosis. When we discuss about the bovine ketosis, word ketosis is common in bovines and ovine, but this is bovine ketosis and ovine ketosis, they are totally different. Bovine ketosis is nothing but a disease where there is elevation in levels of ketone bodies, whereas in ovine ketosis, it is a disease where metabolic disorder characterized by abnormally elevated concentration of the ketone bodies in the body tissue or fluid. Whereas we have also studied in bovine ketosis that there is elevation in concentration of ketone bodies, and these ketone bodies they are circulated in biological fluid like milk, urine, and blood. In ovine ketosis, this disease is similar as bovine ketosis, but this similarity is there up to initial phase. But as initial phase is going to be passed, we are getting dissimilar pathogenesis and clinical finding in cases of ovine ketosis. Now, just remind student, we have seen metabolic picture during bovine ketosis. Okay, last time I discussed about the metabolic picture which one is available during bovine ketosis. Okay, in that we have seen what is there in metabolic picture. In metabolic picture, we are seen in primary ketosis, we are getting negative energy balance. Okay, why? If the negative energy balance is there, this negative energy balance is there, and this negative energy balance is going to be associated because of the early lactation. Okay, and because of the early lactation, when negative energy balance is established there, we are getting reduction of blood glucose and liver. Because of that reduction blood glucose in liver or blood glucose in as a body, and because of that we are getting increase in fat metabolism. When fat metabolism they are going to increase, we are getting production of ketone bodies, and once this production of ketone bodies are there, they are now distributed or circulated in the circulation, and that disease is going to be called as the ketosis. So what is the metabolic picture available in bovine ketosis? We are getting negative energy balance because of early lactation. Means one point is clear, this disease is going to be generated in dairy animal when they are in early lactation. This indicates that this disease is going to be occur after parturition. Okay. Now we will see what is going to happen as far as ON ketosis is concerned. Okay. Now, what is metabolic picture during ON ketosis? Just we will check what is going to happen as far as the metabolic picture is concerned. Okay. In sheep and goat, in lateral part of pregnancy, two factors they are most important. Okay. First factor is high demand of energy for fetus. Okay. And second factor, pregnancy as a normal physiological demand. We know whenever there is presence of pregnancy, it is normal physiological demand in first trimester, second trimester and third trimester, or in cases of goat we are getting as days they are going to be proceed of the pregnancy, growth of the fetus they are going to be happen or they are going to be available in the womb of mother. So when one kid is there, it can maintain normal pathways, but when a goat or sheep having twins or triplets, okay, then what is going to happen? It causes high energy demand. For example, we will tell 1 kg of energy. For your easy understanding, I am telling 1 kg of energy is required for one kid. Okay, and our daily supplementation of energy for that particular goat is 1 kg only. Means when we are given 1 kg of the energy, one kid can survive in proper way. But when that mother is going to be carry twins and triplet, means there is now sharing of energy. 1 kg of energy is now going to be shared by 2 kids when twins are there, or shared by 3 kids when triplets are there. Okay, means here sharing of energy is there, so it causes high energy demand. Okay, and if this high energy demand is not going to be maintained in advanced pregnant animal, then it causes stress and hypoglycemia. And when there is existence or when there is presence of stress and hypoglycemia, we are getting fat metabolism. Now fat metabolism will come in picture, and this fat metabolism will come in picture, beta oxidation of fat is there, and now this all ketone bodies they are going to be generated because of beta oxidation of fat, and now they are just causing a disease in goat or sheep. It is nothing but the ketosis. It is called as ovine ketosis, or this disease is also called as pregnancy toxemia. Now, in bovine ketosis, we have studied economic losses. Equally, in ovine ketosis also, study of economic losses is most important. Okay. Now, see, this is the goat owner or farmer who is rearing the goat. Okay. This is the goat farm of that farmer. Why this farmer is rearing these particular goats? Okay. He want profit. He want income. Means he should rear a goat who are giving twins and triplets. Okay, and now we have seen that twins and triplets are the most important cause for occurrence of this disease. Now, what is necessity or need of farmer? Farmer or income, and how he will get the income? He will get income by maintaining. It means maintaining goats in his farm who are giving good offspring or good kids, 2 or 3 kids, or a goat having 2 or habit of delivering 2 or 3 kids. They are more useful for a farmer. But if these goats they are unable to maintain in proper way, and when they are going to suffer with ovine ketosis, what is going to happen? If that cases they are not going to be treated in proper way, okay, we are getting 100% case fatality. Okay, means affected goat suffering with ovine ketosis, and we are not treated it at proper time, we are getting 100% case fatality. Means goat is going to be die at the same time. Whatever the 2 or 3 fetus available in goat, which one will be the future income of that particular farmer is going to be expired or died, and because of that economy of that particular farmer is going to be diminished. So economic importance is most important for goat farmer as far as ovine ketosis disease is concerned. Means when I am treating any goat farm where triplets or duplets or mother carrying twins or triplets, that goats should be considered in proper way, and we have to take precaution in such a that animal should not suffer from the ovine ketosis. Okay. Now, We'll see what is the basic difference as far as the bovine ketosis and ovine ketosis. Okay, one difference in earlier slide I told, in bovine ketosis we are getting negative energy balance because of the early lactation, means disease is available, maximum chances of the bovine ketosis is there after parturition. But what is metabolic picture as far as the ovine ketosis is concerned? We are getting negative energy balance. But when we are getting negative energy balance, we are getting negative energy balance when advanced pregnant animals are there, means this disease is going to happen in a farm when animals they are advanced pregnant and carrying twins and triplets. Okay, apart from this, certain basic biochemical differences are there, where we are getting high concentration of plasma cortisol in cases of ovine ketosis. Okay, in cases of ovine ketosis, then we are getting significant hepatic dysfunction, then occurs in advanced pregnant sheep and goat, just I already told you this point. And now mothers with twins and triplets, they are under high risk. Okay, so these 2 points they are important, but apart from this, here higher concentration of plasma cortisol is there. At the same time, we are getting significant hepatic and renal dysfunction in cases of ovine ketosis. Next, now we will see etiopathogenesis. What is going to happen, or what etiology is responsible, and how this etiology or etiopathogenesis causes negative energy balance in the animal. We can see here very well, when there is decrease in plan of nutrition or decline plan of nutrition. Okay, I told during last 2 months of pregnancy we are getting maximum growth, up to 60% growth is there in last trimester, and the animal who are carrying twins and triplets. Okay, this twins and triplet means growth is going to be increased if twins are there by 2-fold, or if triplets are there by 3-fold. At the same time, sheep fed very good in early and mid pregnancy. For example, some sheep and goat they are fed very good during early pregnancy, but in mid and late pregnancy, if that enough diet or sufficient energy is not supplied, they are also a candidate for occurrence of ovine ketosis. Okay, so these two parameter, 60% growth of these animals in last trimester, at the same time the less feed or less quality feed in mid and last trimester, they are the important causes to cause negative energy balance in domestic animals, especially in goats. There are different types of ovine ketosis, as like in bovine ketosis also we are seeing elementary ketosis. Okay, secondary ketosis we are seeing. In the bovine ketosis we are also seen how level of the fluoride or fluorosis affected area, how secondary ketosis is going to be generated. There are maximum prevalence of secondary ketosis available in area where fluorosis is there. Similarly, in ovine ketosis there are 4 major types. One is primary pregnancy toxemia, second is fat U pregnancy toxemia, third is starvation pregnancy toxemia, and fourth is secondary pregnancy toxemia. Now, what is what are the important points that are considered as far as the primary pregnancy toxemia are concerned? Factors associated to cause stress and the primary ovine ketosis, they are nothing but fall in plan of nutrition on lateral part of pregnancy. It means in advanced pregnancy. At the same time, short period of fast. For example, we are giving food, but because of some reason we are getting short period of fast and other things. They are also associated for increasing the stress of the animal. Then stressful managemental practices in late pregnancy. For example, drenching is there. Number of times farmers they are attempting deworming, drenching. At the same time, removal of the hair, shearing, and other thing is there. Okay, these factors they are associated to cause the stress and primary ovine ketosis in the animal. And of course, bad weather is the important factor here. Okay, which one is responsible to increase the stress in animal. At the same time, it causes primary ovine ketosis in the domestic animal, especially in goats. Now, second is fat U pregnancy toxemia. Now, this is again very interesting. Okay, very interesting type of the ovine ketosis. Now, what is going to happen here? Fat U means whatever the abdomen is there, that abdomen, because of the heavy fat, okay, abdomen is getting fatty. at the same time animal is advanced pregnant. We will take the example. For example, 100%, we'll take example of just abdomen of the animal. We'll tell that 50% fat is there and 50% rumen volume is there. Okay, and uterus is normal, no pregnancy is there. What is division here? 50% for fat and 50% for rumen, and here no pregnancy, uterus is as such. Now as pregnancy is going to happen, okay, pregnancy is going to happen. If single is there, we are getting one-fold increase in the size of uterus. If duplets are there, double size. If triplets are there, the size of uterus is going to be increased. Means fat size will be as such. Now rumen volume is going to decrease because volume of the rumen is going to be replaced by the increase in the size of the uterus as pregnancy is physiological demand. So because of that we are getting decrease in rumen volume, and once we are getting decrease in rumen volume, there is voluntary fall in intake of food material, okay, and this leads into hypoglycemia, and this is the cause for genesis of ovine ketosis in advanced pregnant sheep and goat. Third is starvation type of pregnancy toxemia, where thin animal exposed to drought with no alternate feeding. Okay, here feed itself is deficient in the energy and animal is advanced pregnant. So these two reversible factors, or it means non-concurrent factor, they are responsible for the genesis of the disease. Secondary pregnancy toxemia, I told in bovine ketosis also we are getting secondary, where other concurrent diseases they are responsible. Here also in secondary pregnancy toxemia we are getting secondary diseases like foot rot or worm bloat in the animal. They are responsible for secondary pregnancy toxemia. If I am treating a goat suffering with secondary pregnancy toxemia caused because of foot rot or worm bloat, if I am treated that worm bloat in proper way, means diet is going to be maintained and I may able to get cure of that pregnancy toxemia as it is secondary. So primary disease I have treated, I am getting improvement in the secondary pregnancy toxemia. So in bovine ketosis also I told primary disease and secondary disease we have to be we have to study in proper way, because treatment for primary disease and secondary disease they are totally different. This point is also applicable in cases of bovine ketosis too. Now as far as the epidemiology of the disease is concerned, it occurs in advanced pregnant sheep and goat, and mother were carrying twins and triplets, that mother is under high risk. This is the most important point. And again, this disease is of female, okay, because in male pregnancy and other things they are not going to be, or that type of things are not there. So negative energy balance and metabolism of fat does not comes in picture. So in epidemiology this disease is of females, and where sheep and goat were carrying twins and triplets, they are under high risk. Next we can see now clinical manifestation in ovine ketosis is most important, because clinical manifestation here early and delayed signs are there, and treatment is totally depend upon early and delayed signs. If we are unable to treat clinical case of pregnancy toxemia in early signs or in early stage, what is going to happen? If we fail to treat in early and animal comes in second stage, then there are chances of 100% mortality. In economic losses we have seen this. Okay, so treatment and identification of early sign, delayed signs, and according treatment is most important. Now we will see what is going to happen as per the clinical manifestation early signs are concerned. Here animal stand still and no act of escape, silent approach when any attendant other thing, or goat rearing persons are there who are making a round to the goats and other thing, they are generally giving their, it means when we are going to take the history from them, they are telling that stand still or no act of escape is there, then forcefully moved, forcefully movement is there, at the same time blunders to object or head pressing to object, they are important. Now, when we are treating this particular disease in early signs, we are getting good response to the treatment. Now, this is the late stage sign or delayed stage sign. Here treatment is most important and it need with proper balancing as far as the fluid alterations or electrolyte alterations are concerned. So in this we are getting marked drowsiness followed by nervous involvement. See, this disease, irreversibility and reversibility is most important in genesis of the disease. So in this stage irreversible things are going to be generated. So once this later stage is there, it is very difficult that reversibility of the things they are going to be attained there. So it is irreversible, and whatever the nervous involvement includes, they are nothing but tremors are there, convulsions are there, head pressing is there, and salivations are there. Okay, these are nervous signs associated in latter part of the pregnancy toxemia. And at the last, recommend at last, and no therapeutic response. Once we are getting genesis of first and second stage of ON ketosis, and in last we are getting recumbency, but that recumbency during that time there are very less response as far as the treatment is concerned. Very less response is there for treatment. So silent message I would like to forward that identification of the clinical case in the early stage is most important. Okay. Now diagnosis. Again I am repeating or instructing all of you, whenever in clinical medicine scenario we are dealing with the clinical cases and performing diagnosis, we should follow thumb rule. First is careful history taking, second is clinical examination or clinical finding. Clinical examination is the most appropriate term, okay, and third is laboratory investigation. So here in ON ketosis, history of advanced pregnancy is most important. At the same time, we have to collect the history of earlier delivery of that particular patient or parturition status, whether twins were there or triplets were there. That history is most important. Now as far as the clinical finding is concerned, I told early stage and delayed stage where nervous symptoms they are predominantly available, that we need to study and we need to differentiate with the other diseases in codes for showing the nervous symptoms. Now as far as the clinical pathology is concerned, in blood chemistry we are getting hypoglycemia and ketonemia common as in cattle. At the same time important in ON ketosis. Okay, now these points as far as the clinical pathology is concerned are most important. Okay, here development of the metabolic acidosis is there, then renal failure and subsequent dehydration is second, then abnormal LFT is nothing but liver function test, and as in differential difference in bovine and ON ketosis, I told that level of the plasma cortisol, it is higher in cases of the ON ketosis, and this is the most important finding as far as the diagnosis of the disease is concerned. Okay, PM finding, these 2 stars and 3 stars there. 2 stars they stand for the, it means twins, and 3 stars from the triplets. Okay, 2 kids in womb of the mother, 3 kids in the womb of the mother. So PM finding, if such type of things are available in the PM finding, they can be helpful for a clinician to confirm that availability of the ON ketosis is there in that clinical case. Next we can see okay, diagnosis we have finished. Now treatment, this is most important part. Okay, I told when early cases are there, okay, they can be treated, and where we are getting good recovery rate or good improvement in the clinical cases. Okay, here replacement therapy, early cases we can give 50% dextrose. Okay, we are getting, or it may give good therapeutic response. At the same time later cases this 50% glucose and hasten the death with the precaution, because here hepatic abnormality and renal abnormality it is predominantly available, so it required the correction of the fluid therapy. Okay, here use of isotonic fluid, at the same time soda bicarb, Ringer's lactate solution we should use in proper way. Okay, if early things are there, if early clinical cases are there, we may able to get improvement as far as the 50% dextrose is concerned, but in delayed cases correction in the fluid therapy is most important. Okay. Corticosteroids, they are generally not recommended in OIN ketosis because they may cause premature birth. Now, when we are going to see different literature as far as the standard textbooks are available, this removal of the fetus, this is the treatment some, it means authors they have suggested. So advantage of removal of fetus is that at least we can save the life of mother, because that mother is carrying twins and triplets, so that foundation we may be able to maintain for next pregnancy also. So removal of the fetus by cesarean section, where if we are getting fetus live during cesarean, it is well and good, but if fetus they are dead, so we may be able to save the life of mother, and that mother will act as some foundation for the next profit of the farmer. Then induction of the parturition is there, make attempt in early science, late causes the death of fetus and toxemia. Again recumbency is the problem whenever we are dealing with the treatment of the pregnancy toxemia when recombinant animals they are presented in the clinics. Now students, today we are discuss about in depth about the OIN ketosis. This time I would like to give you assignment and discussion on basic differences in bovine ketosis and ovine ketosis. We have studied in first lecture about the bovine ketosis, its economical losses, etiopathogenesis, major clinical finding and way of diagnosis. So what is the basic difference in bovine ketosis and ovine ketosis? It need to be, it means discuss in proper way. So I am, it means suggesting you, all of you, that you have to prepare an assignment and submit it online to our WhatsApp group or to my email address. Student, in last lecture I have, it means seen some it means difficulties when our presentation were there. There is jumping of the some word and other thing. Okay, this could be some software problem, but next time I would like to, it means take due precaution and care, so that jumping and other things should not be it means happen during our scheduled lectures and other thing. So in two lecture, in earlier lecture we have discussed about bovine ketosis, and in today's lecture we are finished up of the ovine ketosis. So next time we will have one small quiz on this two topic. Okay, 10 mark quiz will be there on this two topic. It is totally objective type of quiz, and on the basis of your response to this quiz we will undertake our next lectures. With this, thank you very much.